Tonight, neighbors in Evans are remembering a man who was a victim of a hit and run. No one has been held responsible for the death of Barry Moss. The people who knew him want someone to come forward or police to charge someone. News 4's Rachel Kingston was at the vigil earlier tonight. She's live in Evans right now. Rachel?
Friends, family, and even some people who never knew Barry Moss came to his vigil here in Evans tonight. And that, his daughters say, speaks volumes about Moss's character. There are two things the family of 52-year-old Barry Moss, Bob as many called him, want most: for Moss to be remembered and for the person responsible for his death to come forward.
Words cannot begin to describe how I feel. I am beside myself with disgust, knowing that someone killed my dad, and yet no one will own up to it.
People in Evans seem to know the SUV that struck Moss as he walked his bicycle along Route 5 3 nights before Christmas belongs to Gabrielle Ballo. Saturday, a vigil for Moss was held in Evans Town Park, directly across the street from the South Shore Beach Club, which Ballo and her husband own.
So many times, anger bursts forth, a terrible surprise. And I have to put that flame out, an act that requires more self-control and faith than I knew I had.
Pastor Richard Taylor urged those present not to hold in their hurt, but to turn it over to God for healing. Moss's 3 daughters, his sister, his mother, and friends shared memories of Moss and pleaded for justice.
He had little teeth, and when he smiled, it reminded me of like a kid's smile. I loved it. It just reminded me of like younger times and happier times. And his hat, I'm wearing his hat right now.
As a parent, I begged a person of interest to call the police. My son was a human being that did not deserve to die alone.
Although it's painful for them to know no one has been held responsible for the hit and run that killed Moss, they say the kindness of people in Angola and Evans is helping them through.
Like to go on Facebook and people post a little post or a funny story or a heartwarming comment or a poem, and it's like sometimes that's just what I need. Like the support has been unbelievable.
Moss's family credits the Evans police, who they say have been doing an excellent job in this case. It's important for us to note police have never publicly named Ballo as a suspect or person of interest. They say they are working to gather evidence of who was actually behind the wheel the night Barry Moss died. If you have any information, please contact Evans Police at 549-3600. Reporting live in the town of Evans, Rachel Kingston, News 4 at 11.